Yo hablo poquito español, lo siento. Yo hablo poquito español, lo siento.
Hang on, man.
Yes.
That's your right-handed one. That is the location for them.
It started last year, certainly with the group that we had pitching and taking us to the postseason, one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball, led by guys like Pablo Lopez and Joe Ryan and others who are here again, and now they're the elder statesmen for some of these young kids now showing up. Simeon Woods Richardson, who's a guy who has been around a little bit and has spent some time in the big leagues, but is still incredibly young. He had a tremendous offseason, worked really hard to find a way to solidify his pitch mix, to take that next step forward. A young David Festa, like this is a guy who came into our organization with not as good a secondary weapon as what he has now, and he's just continued to improve each and every year, and we're finding ways to see him impact our games right now. And then you have a young boy like Zebby Matthews find his way all the way up here in one season. That was quite the remarkable rise, starting in A-ball, not even in Major League camp, a guy that certainly you wouldn't expect to come this fast.
It's a little different with all these rookies in here, the rotation. We still play quality baseball, but I'm still learning. I'm still trying to find knowledge. I'm still trying to learn from all these veterans, so it's fun being in the mix.
It's been great. You just try to take a day at a time, but I really feel like the group's been super welcoming the day I got here, and things haven't really changed.
It's tremendous. You have Pablo, Chris Paddock, Bailey, Joe, all these guys that you kind of just get to pick their brain a little bit and say, hey, what was your thought process here? What was your thought process there? And being able to actually ask those questions and get to hear their side of it has been tremendous for me.
I understand where they're coming from. I was a rookie in 21, so I know what they're feeling. The biggest thing right now for me is just making sure they're at ease and comfortable and going out there and only worrying about baseball and getting outs.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. You're around them all the time doing your throwing for the day, and then you're watching them pitch. But I think a cool element that we do is we watch each other's bullpens, and I think it's really cool to see the way that they go about their craft. Obviously, they're some of the best in the world, and to learn how strict they are with their routines, which is such an important reason why they've gotten to the points they are.
We've found a way as a development group to really assess and learn what each player does well, tailor a program, tailor a development plan and a philosophy to that player, and get the most out of them.
I think everybody has their own plan. Everybody has their own individual plan, which is so great with these guys. It's not cookie cutter to where you have a plan specifically tailored to you, which is amazing.
I think they've done a really good job of finding my weaknesses, seeing what I'm good at and kind of putting that all together, which it's really a credit and a testament to the Twins of how well they develop. Somewhat of a later pick like me, you see kind of the roster and how it's constructed, and there's a good number of later round draft picks, and there's some up and coming guys.
That when you're getting deeper in the draft, they might not be as polished as some of the guys who go in those first or second rounds, but they have upside and they have development track records in front of them. And I think of Zebby, I think of David, I think of Sim, all those guys finding ways to partner with the coaches to learn, and then ultimately to take it on their own shoulders to say, I need to go take charge of my career and continue to get better.
Don't sit around doing nothing in your uniform, Eagles. Make sure that you get your stuff packed and ready so we can put it on the truck. Okay? And that goes for everyone except for Zebby Matthews, who's going to be pitching in the big leagues on Tuesday.
It was a really fun call to make, and one that when I think back to April or May, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised we were making it. When you have a guy that starts out in A-ball, he gets to AA, he keeps checking those boxes, he gets to AAA, he does the same. I think at that point you're clearly on the radar.
He's done a lot in a short period of time, and he's earned an opportunity to come help us at the big league level.
We had a need. Obviously, Joe Ryan going down was tough. He's been one of our best pitchers over the last couple of seasons. So not having him, we knew was going to be hard. But when you look down there and you see a kid who doesn't look phased at any level, at any jump, you want to give him that shot.
And on the mound, Morty making his major league debut as righty Zebby Matthews. Vazquez sets up away, the 1-2, and you called it, and Matthews delivers. His first big league strikeout against the guy who's leading all of baseball in hits, average, and runs.
I don't know if I can describe it to you right now. You know, it's definitely special. You know, from where I started in high to be here right now, it's definitely special. But you know, you don't quit working just because you made it here. You know, there's a lot of stuff to keep doing, keep improving on. So get back to work.
Thank you.
It's kind of the way that, you know, you picture it in your mind, whether you're the player, whether you're the manager, whether you're, you know, a fan in the stands. He went out there and did it. You know, he's accomplishing a lot of really important career goals really quickly. He's getting it done really good. And he showed up, he prepared very well, he took the mound, and we got a chance to see exactly what we thought we were going to see.
Everyone in this room knows what it means to make it to the show. We're all grinding through the minor leagues. This guy has played 4 different levels this year alone, so that in itself is very impressive and extremely fun to watch you pitch tonight. I got right here your first strikeout, your first win, and you're gonna remember this forever, so congratulations, guys.
Like any of these. All right, I like it there. I like this one.
Might have to do a little defensive tutorial on the
Chip, are you ready?
On the whiteboard.
Chip, are you ready?
Yeah, get one. He's gonna get one.
Chip, are you ready?
2 onside kicks. Let's go.
Yep. Been waiting all day for that. All right. Oh gosh, come on.
Just shifting it from the right to the left where there's more space so the guy can get around, you know?
All right, just kneel it. Have some respect and just kneel it.
I have one passing touchdown. Audible to a slant.
Have some respect and kneel it here. Really? That's unbelievable. I did my job. That's all I know.
Yeah, it was an onslaught with the running game. You know, I think I had 390 yards and 8 touchdowns on the ground, so it was a good day.
He usually beats me in most games, so run defense is bad. I think it was the playbook. I don't know if it was me, but Texas Longhorns defense was not stopping the run, so.
I think Cole has a very similar story to Griffin in the sense that he came through as a minor league starter, a good pitch mix, a lot of pitches, the ability to throw strikes, and then you get to the big leagues and maybe you're a long man. Maybe you're starting to find a way to eat up those innings in the middle and save us for 2-3 innings in a game where a starter went short or you needed that out of your bullpen.
You know, I've done kind of different roles and learned to, you know, how to stay ready. And you know, when I get on the mound, I try and get into attack mode and you know, fill it up with strikes and just really believe that I'm the best out there.
But the best part is watching those types of players take that next step, that find a way to utilize their pitches in a way that they become guys that can pitch in the back end of a game, ultimately, with a 1-run lead in a tight spot, in a close spot. Griffin is one of those great examples, a kid that you can bet on every day of the week. This kid works incredibly hard. He prepares himself. He wants to be in the game. He wants the ball. And when you have a player like that who continues to try and find ways to get better, they typically do. He's a tremendous athlete, and he's going to continue to get better as we go. I think he's established himself undoubtedly as one of the better relievers in this game, and ultimately he'll continue to grow from that.
To be in the spot I'm at now, I'm extremely lucky and blessed, and it's a culmination of a lot of hard work between a lot of people, not just myself. But yeah, it's definitely special knowing the position I'm in now and being trusted in the back end of the game. It means a lot that Rocco wants to give me the ball in some of the tightest moments of the game. So I'm just looking for any way to do that and continually prove myself to the team.
Good afternoon, everybody. In case some of you guys did not notice, there was a music band following Christian Vazquez around today. We were not celebrating his birthday. That will not be for another 6 days. We're actually celebrating the fact that he reached the 10-year mark service today. Known to be a grinder, always ready to play, always available, always finding ways to help the team win. So much to the point that when I first met him in spring training last year, he was getting to know me, catching my bullpens, catching my live BP sessions. He was getting to know me pretty well. I'm pretty sure that he knew I was tipping pitches. But guess what? He was not gonna tell me a single thing until after I faced Team Puerto Rico in the WBC.
Special day. It's a long road in my career, a lot of up and downs, and I'm thankful to God, and I'm very, I love you guys, and thank you.
It's big, to play a day in the big leagues is hard enough, but to get to 10 years and to have the career he has with 2 rings and an established big leaguer, it's something that every big leaguer wish of.
And as much as the game has taken from him, the game has also provided him with long-lasting relationships. And within these 10 years, he has formed and built a beautiful family with his wife.
Big step. Oh, good job. You're doing so good. Ooh, be careful.
Harper, wave. Smile.
Cheese. Yeah, it's not fun when they're not here. Home series are a lot better because we get to go home and see our families, but it makes this series way more fun and way more worth it because they get to experience a life a little bit.
When I first got to the big leagues, I was married, but I didn't have a family, and I talked to my wife about it a lot. That was one of the things I wanted. One day was being able to leave the clubhouse doors at the end of the game and seeing my kids there, just waiting for me to be ready to be a dad. So this is my second year being able to do that, and it's made a huge difference. Just my emotional perspective on the game. I don't put so much pressure on myself anymore because it's kind of cliche, but everything changes once you have kids.
It's such a tight-knit group, not only between the players but the wives. They're all close with each other. They all talk and have that bond together. So the kids grow up becoming friends with each other, lean on each other. So I'm excited for her to develop some relationships with more of my teammates' kids.
What?